All right, today we're going to talk about budgeting. More specifically, zero-based budgeting. Many people today, when they do budgets, they write down their income, they write down their expenses, and then whatever money is left over, they just use it to spend however they'd like. If it's in their account, they spend it. I call that regular budgeting or generic brand budgeting. Now, the problem with that type of budgeting is that it leads to no savings. It also leads to excessive spending, where many times with excessive spending, you end up spending money that's in your account that could be used for something else or that should be used for something else. And now you are short. It also leads to no intentional action, or many times just living paycheck to paycheck with no purpose because you need to make sure that you make it to the next paycheck because you really are unsure about what your income and expenses look like. So with zero-based budgeting, we paid off 87,000 plus dollars in 19 months, and we would have not been able to do that if it wasn't for zero-based budgeting. Now, what is zero-based budgeting? It is when your income minus your expenses equal zero. Once again, it is when your income minus your expenses equal zero. And you'll understand that more. Many people say zero. Well, that means I don't have anything in my account. No, that doesn't mean that. So we will see in more specific detail about zero-based budgeting. Now, we do have a zero-based budgeting spreadsheet that you can download if you go to thepennylounge.com. And in the menu bar, you will see something that says free resources. Click on free resources. You will see down here at the bottom where it says zero-based budgeting spreadsheet or zero-based budget spreadsheet. So you can go and download that spreadsheet and you'll see the same spreadsheet that we will be using today. All right, this zero-based budgeting spreadsheet, first thing you'll do is just enter the year and then you'll enter your family name. So we are the McGee's. And let's go to our first month, January. First thing first with zero-based budgeting, let's put in our income. Say we make $4,000 a month. We're just going to put in some random numbers. All right, first thing we're going to also add in here is, as far as our expenses, we'll add rent. So our rent is $1,200. And we'll start to see some things happen over here, but we'll look at that in a few moments. Let's enter our car insurance. Our car insurance is $160 a month. For car fuel or gas, we spend about, let's say we spend $250 a month. I know that's probably cheap here from us living here in Houston, but groceries, let's say we spend about $400 a month on groceries. Now, if you got my son, it's more than that. He eats $400 in about a week, probably. No kidding. But he's a growing boy, so $400. Let's just put that for groceries and electricity. So electricity is $200 a month. Water, let's go with 125 a month. Gas, turn gas, and this is home for our home. Let's just say it's, I don't know, $80 a month. Cell phone, let's just say it's $160 a month. Totally just guessing on numbers here, making them up. So Netflix, I think it's somewhere around, I don't know, say $20 a month. Student loans, say a monthly, our minimum payment is $180 a month. A credit card minimum payment, it's $50 a month. And our tithes for church, so 10% of 4,000 is 400. And say we also add $25 on top of that every week as well. So let's just say we do $500 for tithes a month. Now we still have $675 left over. So our income is 4,000. Our expenses have added up to $3,325. We have $675 left over. Most people would just say, hey, I got $675 in my bank account. I'll spend and just spend on that until my next check comes. Perfect. Well, that is the regular generic brand budgeting. So that means every dollar is not intentionally being used. So we have three categories that we cannot forget about: savings, fund money, or extra for debt. So as you can see, it's in yellow. It says more money needs to be added to savings, fund money, or extra for debt. First thing first, we're going to pay ourselves. So we're going to save $100 a month. There we are. All right, next, we are going to make sure that we do not get lost in not taking care of ourselves, not being able to have extra money to reward ourselves. So, say for fun money, we're going to spend, we have $575 left. So, we're going to spend, let's see, $300 a month. All right, now we have $275 left. So that $275, let's say we're going to use that extra for debt. $275 a month. Maybe we'll pay extra on our student loans. Maybe we'll pay extra on our credit card. Or maybe we'll give more to the church. Or, so extra for debt. We'll just save for now. This is student loans or our credit card. We're going to pay more. Now, it says you did it. This is your budget. You have zero left over. So you have earned $4,000. You have expensed savings, yes, an expense. Fund money, an expense. Extra for debt, yes, extra for debt is an expense. So now with your income being 4,000, your expenses adding up to 4,000, you have zero left over. This is your budget. So this helps you manage your money properly. So every dollar has a place. And I'll give you an example. What if your side business brings in $500? Wow, now we have $500 left over. So what are we going to do with that $500? We can say we want to add an extra $100 to our fund money. So we'll change that 300 to 400. And then now we're going to take this extra for debt right here off. So now we have $675 for debt. So now we've changed it from $275 to $675 we're now putting on our debt. Now we're back at zero left over. So now we have zero base budget. So every dollar that comes in goes out intentionally. All right, so now this is time for you to get that zero-based budgeting spreadsheet. Do you a zero-based budget. Make sure when you get done with that budget, your leftover is equal to zero. Income minus expenses equal to zero. And start to live off of that budget and see how intentional you are able to be. Plus, you'll be able to pay off debt, save more, and you will see a change in your personal finances. We here at the Penny Lounge are building a community of people who are wanting to be very intentional about changing their financial future. So please join us. You can join our email list. We'll be sending out information regarding that new personal finance community that we are developing so that you can get amongst people and also have access to resources that will help you reach your personal financial goals. So we will see you soon. Visit us at thepennylounge.com and join our email list, and we hope that we can impact your life and for generations to come.